Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jules. Welcome back to another weekly pivot point. It's going to be a quick one. I feel like this month they're going to be quicker only because I'm weekly vlogging and I don't generally vlog every single week. So pretty much everything I'm doing is in those vlogs. But for those that don't watch the vlogs and you just want a really quick recap of what's going on, here I am. So going back to last week, Wednesday night, I did go to dinner with my friends that I hadn't seen with Girl Scouts. And it was a lot of fun catching up with them. One of them is still doing Girl Scouts, so she's the day camp director and she's still doing that. And so it was just kind of fun talking to her about it. I miss camp, and actually she got me this mug. It says Camp Life. It has a little tint. Y'all can't see it, but inside there's a little tint. When you drink, you can see it. But yeah, I do miss doing camp every year. It was a lot of fun. And so it was just kind of fun to hear that she's still doing that. And then the other one of her daughters is getting married in the fall. And the other one just got engaged. And I'm like, it's just fun to see, because I've known them since they were like little. They're like 4 or 5 years older than Haley. So, I mean, Haley was in Girl Scouts since she was in kindergarten. So, like, they've always been around. So, I've known them since they were like in elementary, middle school. So, it's just a lot of fun seeing, what they're doing now. And it's crazy to think that they're so grown up. Even my kid, it's nuts. It goes by fast. And then Thursday night, I just made cookies. I was in the kitchen all night. I made cookies for my husband's work. And then Friday after work, I went to the facility to meet with a hospice nurse. So mom's going to be on hospice now. So she's not on skilled nursing anymore because Medicare only allows skilled nursing for like so many, months at a time. They want somebody in there to like work with her more one-on-one for things. So yeah, so we got that set up. So they'll have someone coming in several times a week. Like they have a massage therapist that comes in every once in a while, or a music person that comes in, or just somebody that, will play games with her. She'll have a specific care team for like her showers and things. Like her showers will be on a certain day. And they'll take more time with that. And then she has a different doctor that those doctors will work closely with the other doctors at the facility. But the hospice nurse told me that the doctors at the facility are kind of reserved when it comes to anxiety medicine, which is what she needs the most, And so she said that, the hospice doctor will be the one prescribing medication now. So she may be changing medication again. I'm not sure. Which isn't a bad thing. Like I said, anything to bring her anxiety down. That's really the main thing. And then I grabbed dinner, came home, and just pretty much scrolled on my phone or watched movies or whatever Friday night. I just wasn't feeling reading, I guess. And then Saturday, my friend came over to my house and we drove around looking for free little libraries. We did find some. And there was actually quite a few in the city. I think we went by like 5 or 6, and they weren't very far apart actually. But most of them were completely full, like packed. So I didn't even get out and look at them because they just, there was no room. So I didn't get to unload very many books with that. So I just literally took whatever I had left and went to Half Price Books and just got rid of a ton of my books. I didn't hardly get anything for them, but I was like, I was so sick of seeing a lot. And most of the books that I had to get rid of were Book of the Month books. And we know they're not going to get much for those anyway, because you don't spend that much on them. They're not like the average price of a regular, thriller or, fiction book or whatever. And then I pretty much just did a little bit of cleaning, average stuff on the weekends. Sunday, I did a lot of editing. I did some reading, and I did go visit my mom. And I got there it was like after nap time, but before dinner time. So they were all at the table and they were doing like a little fun, just kind of like activities, music time, I guess. One of the ladies that's there, I think she's kind of like an activities person. And she just comes in and sits with them. And sometimes she'll just pull up music on her phone and like sing or just kind of get them up and like dance, or not really dance. Some of them danced, actually. They were dancing around, but she'll get them, you know, moving their arms, doing little arm exercises in their chairs. So that was fun. And mom had one of those mats, like activity mats for like memory care patients that you can like feel stuff and touch stuff. So she had that out in front of her, and then she had those squishy balls with all the little spikes on it. So when I got there, she was playing with the ball. And then one of the nurses said that they had somebody come in and that brought little gifts, you know, for the residents. And mom had this, you know, those, when you're washing your face, those little headbands that have like the bows on them and they're soft. She had one of those on her head, and it was like a pastel-y, like rainbow color one, whatever. And she looked so cute in it. But the nurse said that, you know, when they were taking the stuff around to see what she wanted, they asked if she wanted, and she said, "Can I have this? Can I have that? Can I have it?" And so I guess she really likes the headband, and it was on her head, which is funny because my mom never washed her face or wore a headband. So I just thought it was so funny. And then the nurse came over, the activities lady came over, and my mom lights up when she talks to her. It's so funny. Like her eyes just light up when she comes over to her. And so she's like, "Do you want to sing?" And she's like, let's show Julie you can sing." They sang "Jesus Loves Me" and "You Are My Sunshine." And she sang the words. It's crazy to me. It is crazy to me the things that someone with Alzheimer's cannot remember and can remember. You know, it was insane. But I've heard that before, like music, like people with Alzheimer's can remember words to music, but not, you know, other things. But also, that's kind of a, you know, deep-rooted core memory. So, you know, everybody, well, I shouldn't say everybody. People might not know that song, but most people know, you know, "Jesus Loves Me, You Are My Sunshine." But and then Sunday, I did end up moving my big bird feeder out here. It's like right by my window. I haven't seen any birds come around. I'm like, maybe it's too close to the house. I don't know. And then I did put a pot of like squirrel food out because I love squirrels. And they knocked it over, so they must have got in it. But I haven't seen any birds. I was hoping. Not yet. I may have to end up just hanging it from the tree further out. But usually, and I was put it here because I have a big bush here, and there's usually birds that come hang out in this bush. So I thought, well, they're right there. They will see it. So, I mean, maybe they are visiting in it. It's just not when I'm there watching it. And then Monday, me, Wendy, and Leah did sprints. Jess usually does sprints on Monday nights, but she was out of town. So we were like, let's do some sprints and do some reading. So we did that. And I also did start making this bookmark. I got to show you guys. It's so cute. I finished it yesterday. Is that not adorable? It's a shaker bookmark. Can you hear it? So in Gwen's Patreon, Corinna was selling these bookmark kits. So each month for Gwen's Patreon, we have a book pick, and then she has come up with some type of an enrichment to do alongside, you know, the book that we read. So yeah, so this month, if we wanted to, we could purchase a kit, and Corinna took the time to like die cut all these little things out and put this whole kit together. And then they weren't colored. These were just all plain white. And then we colored them. The only thing that was colored was the bookmark itself and the grass. And then, you know, the stars and stuff. But so we were able to color it and customize it however we wanted. And I love it. It turned out so cute. And then on the back, I put my extra little guy on the back with my name. I'm obsessed with it. It turned out so cute, and it was so fun making it and putting it all together. Anyway, that's really the only crafting I've done. So I finished that up yesterday morning, and then I did have a headache most of the day yesterday. It was annoying. After work, I ran to the post office. I sold some Pango books. Yesterday, I did start Say You'll Remember Me. and I'm 30% through, and I'm loving it. So my friend had it on Libby still, and she said she was done with it if I wanted to use her Libby to listen to it before she, before it returns. And I was like, yes. So that was an unexpected read. I was not planning on reading that for this month because I was, I'm reading like my book club picks and old school April stuff, but I was like, it's fine. I'm reading it. As far as how I've been feeling, I've just felt like okay, not like fantastic, not just kind of like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. Yeah, some days you're just there and you're just kind of like you could just zone out and not really be thinking about anything. That's kind of how I've been. I did work out Monday, y'all. And my legs are so sore. So I didn't work out yesterday because I was like, okay. I was like, I am too sore to work out. So I'm going to work out today. Hopefully. I woke up this morning, like I said, I had a slight headache yesterday and I thought it was like sinus stuff. And then this morning I woke up and I coughed when I woke up, but it wasn't like anything it was almost like a dry cough. And then my nose felt off. I'm hoping I'm not getting sick. That's what I'm trying to say. Because this morning I'm feeling a little meh. So I need to go down some vitamins. But because this weekend I have stuff I need to do. And actually this week I have to make sugar cookies. I'm making sugar cookies for my friend's baby shower that is this Saturday. So she's like my second daughter. She's the one that grew up with Haley. And she's 4 years older than Haley. And to having a baby. I'm so excited. And yeah, her baby shower is Saturday. And then Friday night we're doing a paint party thing. I can't remember what we're painting. I feel like we're painting like a spring gnome because I love gnomes. But yeah, I'm doing that Friday night, and then Saturday is her baby shower. But I'm making the cookies, and I'm going to make little onesies. So I'll probably start them tomorrow because I'm going to take them to her Friday night so that she has them for setup on Saturday. So I can't get sick, y'all. I don't have time to get sick. Okay, y'all, I have rambled long enough. I am going to finish my coffee. I'm going to do a little reading before I have to start work. Let me know, per usual, in the comments below how you're feeling, what you've been up to, what you're reading, all the things. And until my next video, friends, be yourself, be awesome, be kind. Bye.